We're starting with the Portuguese.
Oh yes, we have the picture that just popped up was that of prop, then the hooker, Diogo Asa Ferreira. Let's see who's up next. The lock, Antonio Rebelo Andrade. And then we have Jose Madeira, who's coming on as a lock. And up next, Nicolas Martin, the flank. Up next, we have João Granata wearing jersey number 8 for Portuguese team. Scrum half, Hugo Camacho. And then we have the fly half, Domingos Cabral. Up next, we have Rodrigo Marta, the winger. And then center will be Thomas Appleton. And in center position, we'll have Jose Lima. On the wing, we'll have Jose Paiva dos Santos. Manuel Cardoso Pinto, another wing. Prop Cody Thomas. And hooker Pedro Vicente, who's making his debut for Portugal. Prop Antonio Prim. And loose head prop Diego Pinheiro. Pedro Lucas, the scrum half. Definitely a danger man. Loose head prop Manuel Barrero. Back row Vasco Bautista. And fullback Simao Bento. We also have Jason.
Yeah, here's the Namibian team. Your prop number 1, Jason Bernardi, Obert Norkia. He's playing hooker today for Namibia. And then on scrum half, a bit mixed here. Jacques Tron, one of the wondrous players starting for Namibia today. Adrian Boysen, he's playing in the number 8 jersey. He used to play in the United States for 2 seasons. JC Nell, he's on the fullback today. Griquas player. And then Danko Burger playing captain today for Namibia. Not his first time as captain. Inside center, Alcino Isaacs. He's playing on the outside at number 13. And then one of the debuts, winger Quirion Majid. A lot more debuts than in Portugal's team. Lloyd Jacobs, that's another debut, playing on the left wing at number 11. And Denzo Brewer, he will start on the bench at number 22. And 2 Ludics in the team, the brothers Ruan. He's a bit younger than his brother. Desideria Seti, experienced prop, starting on the bench today. 22 tests for Namibia. Maipisa Sheriko, starting as number 7 flanker today.
And there we have the Portuguese crowd.
Just look at that, Otis. Just look at that. There's the Portuguese flags that we spoke about.
Oh yes, oh yes. Stadium packed, and still a couple of people waiting to get into the stadium. I think the president has arrived, Danny.
Yes, it's a pressure cooker today. Huge difference in the World Rugby rankings. A lot to play for Namibia. And it's the first time we're playing at home against Portugal, I believe, since 1990, the year of gaining independence for Namibia. Showing you some of the warm-up still there. Portuguese team playing in the red with a little bit of green and white. Last match between these two countries, Namibia, however, won That was on 24 November 2018. And Namibia won with 29-23, halftime 17 each, 17 all. And so there's a lot to look forward to.
Yes, definitely, Danny. Portugal have arrived with a proper team. I would like to emphasize we've got Manuel Cardoso, who represented them at the Rugby World Cup, Josie Lima, Thomas Appleton, who's also the captain for the side, Rodrigo Marta, Zhao Granate, Nicolas Martins, Josie Madeira, Duarte Torgal, Diogo Hase Ferreira, and the prop Fernandez Francisco. Quite a lot of World Cup players in that squad, Danny.
A very good World Cup 2023 for the team of Portugal. They won Fiji with that 1 point, I think, and drew their other match. So that is the mountain Namibia has to climb today. Thomas Appleton, the captain, in his 72nd test match today. He's I think he's the most, the player that played the most tests as captain.
71 caps.
For Portugal, yeah, but as captain as well. About half of those, I think, he played as captain.
Yes.
So
yes.
that experience runs very, very deep for the Portuguese.
Yes, Danny, and then we have Simon Mannix in charge of this team. He was appointed some time ago, most recently I would rather say, and they regard this as one of his first tests. We know that the Portuguese will be heading to South Africa next.
Yeah, they're playing the Boks next weekend. Springboks versus Ireland today, later this afternoon. And Simon Mannix, like Outa said, the coach, a new coach for Portugal. His assistants are for the back line, João Mira, he's from Portugal. And then Olivier Azam, a Frenchman. I think he and Mannix met each other when they were playing for Gloucester.
Yes.
As players. That's part of their history. And for maybe anyone watching from France, out of these two starting lineups, 12 of the 64 players starting today play their rugby in France. And especially on the Portuguese side, 10 of their players, all of the foreign players of Portugal,
yes,
they play in France. On the Namibian side, I believe only two, the lock pair, both the Ludic brothers, Adrian and Ruan, well, Limoges and Chartres.
Yes, Danny, I don't have an answer for that one from you. You fire the shot and I'll take the hit. Yeah, but Mannix, a former All Black, he played his rugby for the All Blacks and age 52. So he will be coaching this team for the next 4 years, with Australia 2027 being the target for Os Lobos. Os Lobos means
the wolves. Yeah, we might see some howling. I don't want to get either way. We might see some howling, but yes, the Portuguese community in Namibia is passionate about all sport, and you could see their flags waving. The Portuguese team heading back into the tunnel for the kickoff, which will be at 3 o'clock. Welcome to Network Television. This test match brought to you by Synergy and Partners live. And if you want to listen to Afrikaans or Portuguese commentary, you can just go to Facebook and click on those links at SportRap and other Namibia Media Holdings pages. And there's just another shot at the Namibian team for today. Alistair Coetzee, of course, a former Springbok coach. These days coaching Namibia, excuse that, faux pas. This is the, I think this is the original Namibian team.
Yeah, Danny, Danko filling in for
Yes.
our very own captain Prince Gausep, who picked up an injury earlier this week. So, am I correct in stating that injury have robbed Namibia of its prince?
Yes, we showed you two teams for Namibia. Yes, we had some injuries like the Prince Kausep. Kausep, yes, he's also captain for Namibia. He's out on the flank. I thought Johan Retief was injured as well. At least according to this lineup, he's back on the pitch today, playing lock together with Ruan Ludik.
Yes.
That front row staying the same. And tests among the Namibian front rankers today. Otis, counting that, is 123 tests.
Wow.
One debut. That is Peter Diergaard
Uh-huh.
facing Portugal in their number 1 to 8, 212 tests.
Yes, yes.
With only one player debuting today, the Portuguese team in their 23 have got 2 debuts. And in Namibia, 9 players playing for the first time for Namibia today. And Otis, I think, that first time pulling that Namibian shirt over the shoulders is special. And we see some noise now.
Yes, the roaring thunder have arrived, Danny.
That's the flag. And that's the bikers.
Now we have the Portuguese team up once again. Manuel Pinto, Jose dos Santos and the likes. Also, as you rightfully pointed out, a couple of debuts there. The man at flying half position, Domingos Cabral, turning up for his first test today. Yeah, I know that one, Danny. I spoke to Coach Simon Manix yesterday, and he told me that the altitude will be a problem for his team. First time they are visiting Africa in the illustrious history. So,
I think similar to Namibia, couple of youngsters, a bit more in the Namibian side than with Portugal, and then the experience being used together with that. Remember, teams are preparing for World Cup 2027. That has already started. This match, a very important part for both teams of that training over the next 3 years. And just in total, yes. Namibia, 183 tests, number 1 to 23, facing Portugal, 489 tests. 489 test matches.
They are way in front of us, Danny. And Coach Alistair rightfully pointed out that if we would like to improve our rankings, more test matches was the way to go.
Yeah, Alistair Coutier also has said now repeatedly that Namibia need to get back into a franchise. We're looking for opportunities in South Africa, if not there, in Europe maybe, in the lower ranks of rugby. And the other thing is, if you want to start against more professional players, that also helps you with the experience.
Yes, and we are, of course, building up for the qualifiers. We are planning to go and represent Africa once again at the Continental Showpiece. So yeah, up next for Namibia will be the qualifiers, and this will be a good gauge to see where we are in terms of rebuilding the team.
A good test, as you say, Otis, and Namibia has to finish amongst the top 4 in the African playoffs just after this test match that takes place shortly. To be able to play off for the Africa Cup next year, and that qualifier, the winners will.
I think we're having the toss there, Danny.
World Cup. Yeah, it looks like the toss there. Danko Burger, Namibian captain.
First cap as captain. First time turning up as captain, I think.
I believe he has played captain before this. Of course, Namibian missing some experience as well. Like Andre van der Berg, normal fly off for Namibia. He signed a contract in France, so he decided to leave already, which is also good.
What do you think about
at the start of your international club career?
What do you think about the absence of Prince today?
I think I've seen Pieter Diergaard play. He's playing for Wanderers. A lot of the club players in this team obviously coming from Wanderers and then University of Namibia. So we must blood the young players and give them an opportunity at the highest level. So I think for them, Otis, it is, I have to prove myself today. And often, I mean, we've seen with the Springboks.
It's time to step up.
In Wales, on your debut, scoring a try, making a huge difference in a match.
Ladies and gentlemen, this year started off heavy for all Namibians as we had to say goodbye to His Excellency Dr. Hage G. Geingob. If you could please focus on the screen to your left as we pay tribute to the great Dr. Hage G. Geingob, a true lover of sport.
Sua escapada final para o coração do deserto nômade. Desfrute de tranquilidade e aventura incomparáveis em nosso oásis único, localizado entre as deslumbrantes dunas
Danny, I
da
think that
Namíbia.
was an interview
Nosso
with
retiro oferece refúgio
the coach
autêntico
of
e sereno.
Portugal,
Deixe a
Simon
beleza da
Mannix,
natureza
speaking to Brian
envolvê-lo enquanto
earlier.
você relaxa e explora. Barcão d'une Retrea oferece uma variedade de acomodações para atender às suas necessidades. Escolha entre nossos 10 quartos bem equipados, incluindo 7 chalés Dune, a poucos passos do alojamento principal, e unidades autossuficientes isoladas, perfeitas para famílias e casais em lua de mel. Relaxe em nossos confortáveis chalés Dune, cada um oferecendo vistas deslumbrantes do deserto e comodidades modernas. Nossas casas autossuficientes proporcionam privacidade e luxo para uma estadia inesquecível. Refresque-se em nossa piscina.
It's Namibia running onto the pitch for this all-important test. It's also a tribute to late Dr. Hage Geingob, the former head of state of Namibia. He died in February this year, and the long-time patron of rugby in Namibia. As we look at the Portuguese team lining up for the national anthems, which will follow shortly. And yes, Otis.
Yeah, Danny, definitely an iconic landmark. The Hage Geingob Stadium, as you said. And the former president, or the late president, was unanimously elected as patron of the Namibian Rugby Union in 1991. Yeah.
Yes, the patron since independence of the sport of rugby in Namibia. And they're also welcoming then the current head of state of Namibia walking onto the pitch now, Nangolo Mbumba. Nangolo Mbumba, a lot of dignitaries with him. You see there some of the management of the Namibia Rugby Union. And he shakes hands with the Portuguese team. Also greeted the referees, AJ Jacobs, Griffin Colby, Precious Bosani, and Robert Besaino. He will be the timekeeper.
Yes, and then we have Anthony de Greef on the stats for this match.
And walking across now to his home team, the president of Namibia, Nangolo Mbumba, greeting Captain Danku Burger. Here you see Ruan Ludik on screen, and he's doing it quite fast. Kickoff time at 3 o'clock.
Yes, definitely a proud moment for Desiree Setti and a guy like Lloyd Jacobs, all the way from the coast, Walvis Bay. And I'm sure everybody's watching in anticipation of this test match. We haven't had one for quite a while, Danny. So, yeah, there's His Excellency.
Portugal compared to Namibia. We're going to listen first to the national anthems now. We'll be back shortly.
And that was the Portuguese anthem. The crowd responding well to that.
Rousing applause for the national anthems. It's going to be a big one, this. Bit of a test for Namibia as well. Apart from the world rankings, more players playing for the first time for their country, for Namibia, younger players, a couple of under 20 players. But I believe think Hugo Camacho, scrum of Portugal, is also only 20 years.
Yes, yes.
He plays for Bayonne in France with 5 tests behind his name. And there's the referee ready for the kickoff with you, Danny Boyson and
Otis Daniels.
Daniels.
Yes. Good to be with you here behind the sticks, Danny. It doesn't get bigger than this. This is top-notch quality entertainment coming your way. It's gonna be epic. Danny, so between you and me, who do you back today?
No, I'm not going to bet on this one. My heart is with Namibia. I think also, people come with the Portuguese flag and jerseys, but the local Portuguese are also Namibian.
Yes,
It's
indeed.
like when the Blue Bulls played here 2 weekends ago. It's a learning curve. Yes, the Namibian team, much less experience. For example, the back three.
Yes. Yes.
All of them making their debut. So I'm sure they will be tested.
To the extreme, and we are ready for kickoff. Domingos Cabral, who is making his debut here for Portugal, is going to get this one started for us. Referee AJ Jacobs catching his bearings.
We just will check for you. I think at least according to some internet sources, this is the second test for Domingos Cabral,
Okay.
playing on the scrum of with Hugo Camacho, also a younger player, 5 tests, and we have kicked off. And handling error there from Namibia, knocked into touch.
Lloyd Jacobs going up there for the ball on behalf of Namibia.
And we'll already have this the first test in a scrum. Within the first minute, it seems now they ruled it. They ruled it as a line out, says
Yes.
the referee, Mr. Jacobs. So
Let's see.
Begic on the throw-in for Portugal.
Contested by the Namibians. And then possession with Portugal. Portugal driving. You can see how quickly they want to distribute that ball. They do not want to spend a lot of time on the ball. They rather have it moving. Then a big one from the Namibians.
That is Johan Retief, number 5.
Pieter
Good.
Diergaard.
A good rush up defense there. They're forcing Portugal back now, the Namibians. They're a bit under pressure, but you see the experience there going through the hands. Done well to catch the ball there. Camacho, and they come back to their left-hand side. Yeah, and he breaks away there from a tackle. That pass was forward. Referee on the spot.
Yes, and Portugal showing how dangerous they can be. Namibia will have to know the defensive lines here. It's going to be epic. It's going to be very, very tight. But already Namibia giving a good account of themselves. It looks better than when we faced the Bulls here at Hage Geingob Stadium. Good showing from Namibia in the opening minutes. And then Portugal also showing us what they are capable of. Ball in hand. We are ready.
The first scrum. Otis, the first scrum now. This will be an important test for both teams. I think a bit heavier on the Portuguese side.
Jacques Tron. He is a wondrous man. Have played 5 tests. Quick move there by Tron. Here comes Namibia. Good hands. Fullback Zaysinel. receiving his baptism of fire in this one.
Ludik driving well with the ball as well. John wants to pick up, but the players from Portugal did not roll away. That is the referee's call.
What do you think they're going to do? And
Yes.
it's a test. It's
Yes,
a test.
it's
I've
a
learned that
test
one from you.
match. So they're going to try to get every single point. So Namibia in the 4th minute.
And the
Yeah.
Portuguese fans looking very worried. Danny,
Yeah, I think it's maybe a bit early to be worried. There's still a lot of time to play. But you see the passion there. It's Namibia against Portugal. Time stopped there for a short while by the referee. And it's Tiaan Swanepoel. Namibian fly off. It looks like him. He plays for Green Rockets in Tokatsu in Japan. Let's see what he does. Yes, it's 3 points on the board for Namibia. And yes, huge applause there. The crowd very happy. Tiaan Swanepoel. This makes it 36 points for him in the Namibian jersey.
And
There's
he-
your replay.
yes, and he have played 5 tests for Namibia. Well represented. Good
Yes.
stuff. Namibia in the lead.
Yes, that's number 6 for him in the Namibian jersey. Play already restarted. Tron wants to go quickly there. Not letting go of the player. That's the call by Mr. Jacobs. Namibia benefiting a bit at this stage in terms of penalties.
Definitely. And Tiaan Swanepoel going for touch.
Sometimes, you want to play hard at the start of a test. Try to build up a gap. But like we saw with Ireland, the Springboks last weekend, at the top level, they can catch you from behind. Tron picking up now, playing to Nortje. The Namibian hooker, Tron again. To Steenkamp. Swanepoel. Swanepoel correction.
Good line-out stuff there by Max Cacicio, who plays his rugby at RFC Los Angeles. He have turned up 24 times for Namibia, and he's already scored 2 tries. Good stuff in the line-outs. Very, very promising start by Namibia. Danny?
It looks very good. Coach Alistair Coetzee told me also players were very, very nervous against the
A steal
Blue
by
Bulls,
Namibia.
but good steal.
And here we come, Alcino Isaacs. Good strides made by Isaacs for Namibia. And then a massive tackle there by the Portugal team.
Retaining the possession though, that's very important. JC Nell, fullback there. Alcino Isaacs, he showed up there, scrum half position. And then finally, the referee saying Portugal was offside. Here's another great opportunity for Namibia, 7th minute.
Yes, Danny, the intensity of the Namibians commendable at this stage of the fight. Really, really promising, and I'm impressed.
Yes, we are sure all the Namibian fans watching from elsewhere in the world, or in the stands here in the Hage Geingob Stadium in Windhoek, are also happy and impressed. And we see Tiaan Swanepoel going for his 2nd penalty in this match. Success rate, only one he had, 100%, and he will like to keep it like that. Otis?
He needs to do that for Namibia today. He needs to be on point. He needs to be hitting the target. Let's see what he does here. And the crowd roars and the flags goes up, Danny.
It is Tian Swanepoel, second penalty of the match, stretching the Namibian lead 6 points to 0. So now a converted try needed from Portugal to catch up.
Yes, yes. A very unique stadium, this, Dani, where the crowd are very close to the field and can enjoy every moment as it plays out. Namibia in possession, 8 minutes gone on the clock.
Protecting the ball well again. Tron is there. This time he puts it on the boot, plays it high. A bit too far from the attackers there. Look at that tackle. Portugal, they come with a counter attack. We see they're going to run the ball today. They're going to run the ball. Marta with the ball in hand, left winger. And then it's taken out by Camacho. And then again, good defense from Namibia. Another phase. Oh, well, regathered.
Yeah, Portugal now on the attack, enjoying ball possession, passing the ball. Very good offload there. It is the hooker, Lucas Bedzic, going to ground there. And Portugal is forcing their way forward.
Another ruck. Camacho. And then that's the kicking pass. Reaching Marta, Rodrigo Marta. First points for Portugal. 5 points now on the board. With a conversion to come. They'll have to kick into the wind. Let's take another look.
Wow, look at that. The cross kick coming up now. Swings it, Marta. And it's connected brilliantly. Domingos Cabral swinging that kick right up into the capable hands of Rodrigo Marta. He has played 36 caps and he scored 30 tries, Dani. So this will be try number 31.
Yes, great finishing there. Domingos Cabral. He's going to see if he can add the 2 points for Portugal, which will put them in the lead. 7 points, will play 6 then if he is successful. Kicking into the wind. No mistake there. No mistake.
It's up.
Yeah, no mistake. No mistake. So for the first time now, it's early days, Otis. For the first time, Portugal in the lead now. Domingos Cabral kicking into the wind, but still getting it over the crossbar.
Accurate kicking there by the Portuguese number 10, and play will restart with Tian Swanepoel sending it high and far upfield. And here comes Portugal once again, securing the ball, protecting the ball. We've seen what they are capable of when they run the ball. And now the kick for touch. But he doesn't find touch. He do find touch, and then they wanted to have a quick throw.
Yeah, it goes over the head of JC Nel there. Plays for Griquas. It's his debut for Namibia today. Maybe that inexperience showing a bit. Hubert Nortje. It is still a Namibian throw-in. Hubert Nortje for Namibia. Vice captain, play for Wanderers at the moment.
Yeah, Namibia did quite well in the previous line-out, but this time it's Portugal coming away with it.
Knocked into touch, it seems.
Nortje once again.
Still a line out.
Yes, Nortje.
Namibian hooker, sorry, Otis. Namibian hooker. 22 tests for Namibia before this one. 6 tries.
And here comes Portugal. They go to the ground and they're starting to get a good one there. Picked up but then lost again by Kurun Majid, who's also making his debut for Namibia. And Portugal on the attack, working their way forward.
It's crucial that you are able to round off little intercepts like that quickly through the hands, but going awry for Portugal is again not a lot of options, and that's why they decide to kick. There might have been an advantage from the referee.
Yeah, Danny.
He's having a nice smile there.
Yeah, Danny, I think the Namibians have unsettled Portugal. Now they're starting to find their rhythm and they are dangerous with the kicks. You can see they're trying to go wide, trying to get the better of Namibia with the speed.
I think for this 14 minutes, they've had definitely more of the possession as well as territory. But the Namibians have shown moments of creativity. I think it's important that they stick to their game plan. There's a throw-in on Portugal for Portugal on their own scrum.
Yes, don't panic. And it is Hugo Camacho putting the ball in for Portugal, and then the referee goes quickly, and here comes Portugal.
Ball going dead in the end, but they're showing that strength in the scrum there, Portugal. The Namibians penalized. And they have to get that right. Same as with the lineouts. Bit of a discussion there with the referee. Another one, we'll see another scrum test.
Yes, Danny, I hope the Namibians will stand their ground. I think they are indeed capable of displacing this Portuguese team. They weigh up quite good with the counterparts.
Like we saw in the World Cup last year, the Namibians always a bit lighter in the scrum, so it's important to get it out very, very quickly at the back.
And then the scrum collapsed on this occasion. And referee AJ Jacobs will let the teams reset. Quite a nice pace to this game, Danny.
Yes, the pace is good at this stage. Only that 1 point lead in the 16th minute for Portugal. Playing the Windhoek Beer, the Namibian side. We are the Velvichas. We're playing Os Lobos, the Wolves. Yeah, it's a very, very old animal as well. Ancient. Ancient. It's flora against fauna, Otis.
Yes, yes, and the wind have been howling of late in this side of the world, Danny. Here comes Namibia, some good interplay, quick hands, and there goes Namibia. Lloyd Jacobs on the outside. Jacobs going quite strong, but then intercepted by Portugal, and then the kick upfield. Wow, wow, wow. That had the crowd on the feet, Danny.
A great moment for Lloyd Jacobs on his debut. Player from Kudus at the coast. There you see again JC Nell with Jacobs running on his right shoulder. And 3 defenders there. And that helped as well. The pop-up pass intercepted.
Yes, and I would love to see more of that happening. I want Namibia to take on this team. This is our home ground, and they do have crowd advantage here.
Comes to Tron through the hands. That's Captain Danko Burger placing it back. Tron is there.
There goes Jacobs once again.
Playing it to the fullback, and it opens up for Kashieko. Kashieko. First try for Namibia now. Max Kashieko plays his rugby in Los Angeles in the USA at the moment. His 25th test. And that's his 3rd try for Namibia.
Well done, well done. Some brilliant play. Look at the build-up there. Good hands by the Namibians. Jacobs creating the space for Katsieko, and he shows a clean pair of heels to his Portuguese opponents.
Drone shot there. Play has already resumed. Sorry, no, this is
The replay.
a replay again. And there's Kashieko. That's our drone shot from the top.
And there's a buzz in the stadium, Danny.
Yes, one would like to see that try a couple more times. Back to the conversion now. Tian Swanepoel. It's third kick of the match, and he adds the 2 to the 6 he has already on the scoreboard. It's another 3 for him. 2, apologies. So it's 8 points with the try, the 5 points.
Yeah, and Swanepoel have definitely got on his kicking boots. Good stuff from him. It's 3 out of 3, as you said, Danny. And we hope more of those ones to come on behalf of Namibia. The Portuguese will regroup, and we will have to be wide awake when they do hit us.
It's Tian Swanepoel, Namibian fly half. He's one of the 8 players in the current Namibian 23 that plays either abroad or in South Africa. We're looking at Domingos Cabral restarting for Portugal. And they look dangerous as well. They'll try to get straight back into it. It's gathered by Namibia. They gain a couple of meters before Jacques Tron rolls it out and then puts it on the boot.
Straight out, I think. Referee AJ Jacobs will pull them back to where the kick was made from initially. Yeah, we'll have a scrum. Namibia have given a good account of themselves in various facets of the game. Good in the lineouts, much improved, showing here. And I'm positive, Danny. I'm positive.
Yes, Alistair Coetzee, his contract renewed as coach until the next World Cup, assisted by Crescanda Botha as coach. So both of them will be very happy with the first quarter of this match. We're back then to the penalty. Namibia just getting clarity on the referee's decision.
Battle-hardened prop Haitembu Shikufa is playing his rugby at the Leopards, and this is his 5th test for Namibia. I think all our players are putting up a good showing here today, Danny. That's what we want to see.
They're playing hard. They're playing hard, Otis, you are correct. Securing the ball there. Jacques Tron. Then they just drive it forward. Looked like you're under tiff there. Now Tron is back. The scrum half again kicks. A lot of space here. Portugal, no mistake there in gathering it. They form the ruck, and down the back line it goes. They've basically run, I think, with every single ball.
Yes, definitely. They want to run through the Namibians. They want to utilize the speed at their disposal. And then the kick, and it's chased down. And the knock.
Unlucky for Tian Swanepoel there.
No, play continues. Here comes Portugal. Quick hands. Passing the ball, throwing it around with confidence.
Advantage there, still with Portugal. And the hands are quick. Look at that, look at that. They're bringing it to the left side here. And that's the fullback. Pinto, dangerous player as well. Camacho. And then
knocked back.
rush defense. But Otis, like you say, they're running, or like we say, they're running every ball.
Yes.
And with that, they also sapping energy because Namibia is on defense.
Yes, their coach Manning was adamant that the altitude will have an impact on this game. So I don't know for how long will they be able to maintain that, Danny. They are doing that at a blistering pace, you know. And what's promising for me also is Namibia is matching the intensity of Portugal. Namibia have been up in their face since the very, very beginning and not giving them any space to breathe.
But this Portuguese side, they will play South Africa Springboks next weekend. They've got 60 test matches among the players on the bench. Namibia, 35 on the bench only, with 5 debuts. Tron, the back of the scrum, picks it up. And Swanepoel kicks for touch. He doesn't get the ball to the line.
Good tackle there, good defense by the Namibians. Alcino Isaacs throwing a spanner in the works there against Portugal. But Portugal is running this one and they are coming hard at the Namibians. Quick passes. Very nice handling skills from the Portuguese.
Obert Norkia, Hooker fighting hard for that ball. First at the breakdown. But Portugal retains the ball. Camacho through the hands. 2 players there for Namibia to bring down the wing. Quick ruck. And the prop making a long pass. Namibia not able to get their hands on the ball.
Nicolas Martens for Portugal has played 9 caps. He goes to ground there.
He's simply ticking through the phases here. Team from Portugal.
And the interception.
Intercept, yes.
But the whistle is gone.
He's going to be called back by the referee, Jacobs. Mr. Jacobs, the referee, calling back Lloyd Jacobs.
Lucky escape for Portugal there. It could have been catastrophic, Danny.
Not catastrophic. We're only in the 26th minute of this test match. But yes, every point counts, and especially a try is worth gold. The referee was checking there with his assistant. And it's Ruan Ludik.
Getting attention to his knee there by the medical personnel. Box supporters on the phone again, once again, busy.
Yeah, phoning ahead of the game. Maybe he wants to know if the gold ones is cold before he gets home for that test. And it's now Domingos Cabral. Cabral with the penalty for Portugal. Quite a straight kick. Yes,
converts
another
it.
3 points now for Portugal. Fly off, Domingos Cabral. Making no mistake there. Here's you, Diergaard.
Yeah, I had an interesting conversation with him yesterday about rugby.
Also joint president currently of Namibia Rugby, Tiaan Swanepoel, on the spot to restart it. It's a long kick. Portugal just tried to chase the Namibians a bit backwards. Yes, there's a bit of tension.
Yes, definitely. Namibia is not allowing Portugal anything, and Portugal is not standing back either. So yeah, these two teams are coming out in force against one another, and that's why we have what we have on the field today, Danny. closely contested match. Obert Norkia is getting ready.
Norkia received these instructions from Jason Bernardo. Max Kachieko won the line out. That is Adrian Boysen. Good tackle from Portugal.
Obert Norkia carrying it for Namibia. And there we go. Once again, here comes the back line of Namibia. Solid running there by the center, inside center, Danko Burger. And there goes similar move, but something went wrong there.
Play until the whistle blows. That is what you always do. And Kachieko thought
He had it.
the line was open. Back with referee Mr. Jacobs. Yes, it's a line out. Stepped over the line. Bejic. Norkia with a good win. Ball goes loose from the Portuguese line out. Tron is there quickly as well. Goes through the hand. Burger with Majid.
Oh no.
He bounces off
Drop
one
backwards.
player. He bounces off one player, but Isaacs is there. But it's a knock-on. Ball went forward, according to Jacobs, the referee.
I think it dropped backwards. But the referee's word is the final word. And Namibia piling up the pressure once again after that penalty conversion by fly half Domingo Cabral in the 26th minute. The score is now 13 for Namibia and 10 for Portugal. 30 minutes gone.
Small lead there for Namibia. They've struggled in the scrum so far. So they will again try to get it out very quickly. Yeah, you see the worry there on some faces, happiness on others. And a good scrum by Portugal. And they go up in the front row. A hard whistle from referee Jacobs. And it's a penalty. Second time Namibia has been penalized in a scrum. And that's where not only the strength but also the experience is vital.
Coming through, yes. And that's something we do lack as Namibians. We hardly play together. And it's Portugal going in search of the touchline. And they've made quite a couple of yards with this one.
Korean Majid, number 14 for Namibia. He got a hold of it, but he was already out. A lot of people, or for the normal attendance on the open stands, they're getting a bit of sun. Portugal now with a throw in. Luka Bejic.
5 caps for his country. Cap number 6.
Yeah, the referee not happy with that one. Not happy. Let's see, he's looking towards his assistant on the far side. Seems, yes, it's going to be a scrum, not in straight. Namibia with a throw in.
Yeah, Danny, I think Namibia unsettling Portugal with their scramble defense, and they rush quite well, and that is pushing the Portuguese off balance. They just need to capitalize on those chances.
The main stand in the Hage Geingob Stadium in Windhoek, Namibia, is full to capacity. Jacques Tron ready to feed the scrum, but the referee, Mr. AJ Jacobs, blows the whistle and wants them to try again for a second time. He's having a conversation with the front rowers of Portugal. That's Fernandes, Begic and Ferreira. Between them, just look at that, Otis. Francisco Fernandes, 8 48 tests. He's 49th now. Luka Begic, 6 tests, and then Diego Arce Ferreira in his 44th test.
Yeah, Francisco also the oldest player in the Portuguese team at 38. So he's a better horse. And here comes Namibia, cross kick by the fly half Tian Sanapol. And then the chase. And there goes Lloyd. Nice offload there to our fullback, Jason Nyal. The youngsters combining quite good here for us, Danny.
Yes, that ball bounced and then went into the hands of Altino Isaacs, player from University of Namibia. There was support there, JC Nell as well.
Yeah, and some Portuguese fans chewing their nails already, Danny. I wonder what's in store for the Namibians as this game progressed.
We thought it would be a nail biter.
Wow, look at that.
In the end there, Danku Burger, the last man with the ball.
Excellent skills by the Namibians. Good display of ball handling there. And sometimes luck does play its part.
It's good to see running rugby from this Windhoek Namibia Velwicha side. See, the medics are on the field as well. The players getting a bit of a breather here in the 35th minute.
Quite a nice crowd that pitch for this one. It test and we do not get a lot of them. And yeah, we've really been privileged to be handed this one. Portugal on their way to South Africa, stopping over for a test match. They are few and scarce here in Namibia, and if they do come along, you rather get your ticket and come and enjoy it.
Against the Blue Bulls of South Africa, we had 4,000 people in the stadium. It looks a bit more. We'll be able to give you that number a little bit later. It's Camacho ready. The ball is in the scrum now. The good scrum again from Portugal, and it's the 3rd penalty now. Referee saying that Namibia went down on the knee in the front row there. Tight security also here. That's because President Nangolo Mbumba is present.
Yes, Danny.
But they enjoying their rugby as well.
Definitely, definitely. And we are going for the touchline. Domingos Cabral sending the ball upfield, trying to chase the Namibians back. And he does so with a couple of yards.
It's really been seesaw. But both teams didn't have a lot of play in that last 25 yards. Back with Namibia now, quickly through the hands as well. Look at that dummy by Sachs. But unfortunately, not able to keep it there in the hands.
Fullback Manuel Cardoso Pinto nearly intercepting that one for Portugal. Well experienced with 34 caps, and we have the crowd. Yeah, we are here, we are present, and we are enjoying it.
Yes, he saw himself there on the big screen, yeah. Synergy with network television bringing you this rugby live. Portuguese again on the attack. Namibian defense is there, and the gap not opening there.
And here comes Portugal. We know what they are capable of with the ball in hand, and they are trying to draw the Namibians apart, and they are looking and searching for that gap. And if they do find it, it will be problematic for us here in Namibia. But Namibia is capable of defending their own line.
Cabral and Camacho Scrum half and fly half there, very close to each other behind the ruck, but it's a penalty. They're playing into the wind at the moment. They'll have it at their backs in the second half. 13-10. And we're heading towards half-time. Kept in play by Namibia, but no, says the referee, Querion Majid. Number 14 there. Couldn't keep it in play.
Yeah, and Cabral managed to push the Namibians back. We are heading into the last couple of minutes of the first half. Crowd is really enjoying the rugby. It is on your edge of the seat stuff playing out here at Hage Geingob Stadium. We haven't had a test for quite some time, and the NRU has gone beyond and really made this one possible. Good stuff. We are enjoying our rugby. Check at this replay. Namibia on the attack here. Wide ball to Lloyd Jacobs. Cuts inside, and then he offloads to our fullback. Tackle is made. Another good handling display there by the Namibians. Good stuff. Good stuff. And we are live. We are back live again. Portugal coming away with the ball possession. They're a couple of yards away from the Namibian try line. They are knocking at the door. But good defense. Good defense there by the 8th man for Namibia, Adrian Boysen.
Good defense by Namibia, Camacho. They bring it down the back line once again. They've got the forwards there as well. Francisco Fernandes. Camacho. Showing the ball to the inside. Lost a meter or two. But they go again. And yes, that might have been a knock-on, but he kept the ball in hand. So it's wave after wave. For Lobos. And yes, it's number 11. He finds the space. But then Joao Granate, the 8th man. Yeah, the pass was a bit in front of him. But Rodrigo Marta, the try scorer for Portugal, showing his skills there.
Now look at that Portuguese flair, Danny. Look how they're dancing around with the ball, and when they accelerate, it is dangerous stuff. Dangerous, dangerous stuff.
Yeah, some of the spectators might have thought that pass was a bit suspect. Doesn't matter. Play goes on. It's Luka Begic, Portuguese hooker, getting instructions from Diogo Ferreira. Now they're ready for this line out. Close to the Namibian try line. They're starting the maul. They were rolling it to the right. The Namibians have to run to the back, try to defend again. It's on the ground, still with Portugal. Ferreira. They're using the big men to drive forward. It's Madeira. There's the try line. There's the try line there within that danger area. Within the 5 meters. And finally they go through. We'll see. I don't know if that's a penalty try. Or if the try is awarded as is. Seems like it. Portuguese players congratulating each other. There's another look.
It is a try, yes, indeed. We just need to get confirmation. Looks like a penalty try because the whistle is gone.
Yeah, there's no conversion. It's half-time. It's half-time. We'll be taking a short break and join us for highlights during half-time. We'll be back in a short while the players take a break as well.
Successful conversion for Portugal as we head into halftime.
I mean, 17-13. That's now is halftime. It was a try in a conversion.
17-13, that's the halftime score. It was a penalty try. It was a penalty try awarded by the referee after sustained pressure.
Dan rustyd. Rustydvletjie wat blaas.
Was the scope? Yeah, I can check how was the scope. Yes, and here we have the highlights. First points, Tian Swanepoel converting a penalty in the 4th minute. There he goes, Tian Swanepoel with a second penalty on behalf of Namibia in the 8th minute. And he's once again on target, 2 out of 2. Good stuff by Swanepoel, and here comes Portugal. Portugal on the attack. Ball being swinged, a cross kick, and Rodrigo Marta on sight and connecting well with that one, and he touches down. And the conversion by Cabral, and that puts Portugal in the lead with a single point in the 10th minute. 7 for Portugal, 6 for Namibia. Now look at this. Look at this. So nearly but not yet, and then on the attack, and here comes Namibia. Lloyd Jacobs linking up with Katicheko, and he shows a pair of clean heels to the opponents. Look what that means, touching down. 13 for Tian also added the conversion. There's an aerial view of that try. Wow, look at that man going. Good stuff for Namibia, and that the conversion is added by Tian Swanepoel. 13 for Namibia, 10 for Portugal. And then a penalty by Diogo Cabral. 13 for Namibia, 10 for Portugal, and Namibia on the attack. Some moments of brilliance here by the Namibians, but the referee stopping play there. And just before the end of the first half, we have this wonderful play here by Portugal, who turns on the style, but then unfortunately that attack fizzles out. And in the final dying moments of the first half, Portugal drives over the Namibian try line, and the conversion is added by Cabral, and Portugal goes into this one 17 against the 13 by Namibia. We've got a competition going on here. You need to drop a ball into the back of a bucky, and there's cash up for grabs. Yeah, some added value here for the fans at Hage Geingob Stadium. There's some bucks up for grabs here. If you manage to kick it into the back of the bucky, You'll walk away with, I think, 10,000 Namibian dollars, courtesy of Pupkavits Nissan. And there's a winner. There's a winner. There's a winner. I think that gentleman just earned himself some big cash there. Crowd enjoying themselves. No, that one won't count. And that concludes the action for this competition. Look there, the winner. We'll see if we can get the winner up once again. Look at that, yes. I think that's a prize-winning kick. There's the confirmation. Quite a couple of bucks won there with it. 7,000 Namibian dollars. That player just earned himself that kick. Actually, it's a member of the public who bought his ticket and qualified for this competition, courtesy Pupkavits Nissan. Yeah, what a bonus that is. 7,000. Big bucks, big bucks for attending this game between Portugal and Namibia. It is a test match. Portugal leading this one with 17 points against the 13 of Namibia. We can anticipate an action-packed second half heading our way. Yeah, it's an electrifying atmosphere prevailing here at the Hage Geingob Stadium. The main stadium is packed to capacity, as Dania said earlier and indicated. People are enjoying themselves. We just had one lucky viewer walking away or kicking his way into 7,000 Namibian dollars.
Yeah, you must have the skill to be able to do that. Otis, I think it's a close match. If you look at the first half, I think the difference is the scrums. The Portuguese definitely dominant in the scrums. Namibia gave away 3 penalties in the scrums. The lineouts, I think that both teams quite even. A couple of mistakes in the lineouts. Namibia good on the defense. Another difference for me is the support play. The Namibians, you know, they might have 2 or 3 players running onto the ball carrier, and then there's a gap before the next guys get to the play. The Portuguese very close to each other.
Joined by Alistair Kutsia. Alistair, let's get into it. Team selection, what was the thoughts putting this team together for this game? game?
Yeah, the best possible team. That is what we try to select, the best possible available players to play for Namibia. A lot of players, if you look at what we had in the World Cup, and here today, a lot of players are not available to play. On top of that, we copped up 2 injuries, major injuries, Adrian and Prince, the captain, massive setback. But again, it's an opportunity for young guys to come in, test their skill, bring something else to the team and to the party and contribute. I mean, Prince is one of those players. Is a very physical player, so he will probably lack that. But I've got no doubt in my mind that Peter Diergang will live up to expectations. So Portugal is an experienced team. We probably learn at the intensity that they played, with which they play. And but listen, this is the new phase or new cycle, start of a new cycle for us. So there's a new way that we're trying to develop and grow depth in the Namibian fraternity. And this is one massive step for us in that direction.
Okay, well, Alistair, it's been a minute, it's been a long time since we had an international fixture on home soil, and we're having one now. How big is that for just rugby in general in Namibia?
Man, it's brilliant. Remember what happens in Namibia? Post Rugby World Cup, nothing happens. And here we're having a test match. We're so blessed. I mean, our top management are working hard with World Rugby behind the scenes to get these international going and not wait for the next World Cup to play a top test match, Yeah, we're lucky. That's why I say our process. We're starting the new cycle with an international match, Next year, this time we'll be playing qualify, so this will help us to prepare for that, Brian.
Okay, well, before I do let you leave, Alistair, one more question. How important is it for the boys, for your team, to just start on the right foot, that composure? I mean, I'm sure the nerves are high, but yeah, how important is it for us to just make sure we start the game on the right foot?
Yeah, test matches are really what it's called, test matches. So you will be tested in every department of the game, and we opted to go with the wind behind us to start on the right foot. You understand? We've got the conditions. That's an extra player today, so hopefully you can.
Namibia getting ready to start play. And then hoisted high upfield by Tiaan Swanepoel. It is the second half. Portugal leading this one with 17 points against the 13 by Namibia. Let's see what the second half delivers.
Two converted tries and a penalty for Portugal. Namibia with a try and 2 penalties converted by fly-off Tiaan Swanepoel. The Namibians coming forward. They're showing intent again early in the second half. Adrian Boysen driving forward. Jacques Tron is there behind the rack.
Good stuff by the Namibians.
Shitkufa driving in as well. Tron again is going to kick. He's going to kick.
Caught by Rodrigo Marta. Backward.
Handling error, then a penalty for offside after the first decision. That's a drone shot from high above the Hage Geingob Stadium. Your attendance, 3,325 people. Yes, we'd like to see it full. Remember to buy your ticket next time. I think the capacity here is actually 20,000. Tiaan Swanepoel can make it now 16 points with this penalty and bring Namibia within 1 point of Portugal. 100% success rate thus far for the Namibian fly-off.
Yes, Danny, indeed. Let's see if he can convert this one, add it to his tally. Hits it. Yes, he's there. It's there, and it's a point lead for Portugal at this stage.
Namibia, they start to close the gap right at the start of the second half. And they would definitely like to get into the lead as soon as possible as well. Let's look at some highlights. Sorry, that was some of the goal kicking during halftime. We're back with play now. The Namibians controlling the ball again. Kashieko protecting it. Tron plays to Diergaard.
Swings it wide. And here comes Namibia. Good hands. Goes to ground. That support you were talking about, Danny. There it is now in play. Clear and evidently costing the Namibians possession.
It looks better, the support from Namibia. Also their players close to the ball. Unfortunately, an error creeping in there. There's some of the very passionate Portuguese supporters. Same amount of passion also on the Namibian side, of course. Their team leading with only that 1 point. And it's now the turn of Domingos Cabral. He also was successful with all his kicks in the first half.
Yes.
So the two fly-offs both playing a crucial role in their team's strategy. Cabral comes forward, goes high.
The flag stays down.
This one is not there. This one is not there. Runs back, Cabral, not too happy. But immediately speaking to his defense to get them into position. Swanepoel restarting the long kick. Portugal recovers and turn. And then they kick it back towards the Namibians. That's the fly off there. Nell, fullback. Fullback JC Nell, he was in position. Support comes through for Namibia. Jacques Tron now. They're playing short. Uka Wibert Norkia. Ludik is over the ball. As well as Bernardi. Teron now.
Hoist. Upfield, high up. And the chase is on. Good chase. But it's pushed back. And now it's Namibia with possession. They're securing the ball. Swing it wide. And then the cross kick. It is a pinch perfect one. A pinch perfect kick there by Tian Swanepoel.
That's why he's playing his rugby in Japan at the moment for Green Rockets in Tokatsu. Pressure being piled on by the Namibians. Boysen and Dorkia was there. The Portuguese gets it in hand finally. They have to clear it very quickly. And they find the touch line. Altino Isaacs for Namibia caught it there, but at the moment, all the pressure coming from Namibia.
Good stuff, good play by Namibia. Piling up the pressure. They also scored the first points in the first minute of the second half, Danny.
Yes, I think a repeat of the first half. The Namibians quick out of the blocks. Same with the second half, losing the line out. Unfortunately, there Portugal stealing it. They're running towards the defense. Defense in place. Through the hands again for Portugal. That's a knock on. That's a knock on.
Pick on by Quinn and Majid.
Seems the referee AJ Jacobs has seen another mistake before that. Running all the way back to his assistant on the near side. Just checking, making sure. It's a scrum for Portugal. 48th minute.
17 for Portugal, 16 for Namibia.
A bit more than half an hour to play.
Yes.
All to play for this test. It's very important for both these countries.
Portugal.
so-called second-tier countries
Definitely,
in world
Danny.
rugby.
Yes.
And Portugal, after a good World Cup last year, they aiming for that top 12. Currently at 16.
Camacho puts it in for Portugal. Camacho at the back of the scrum, picks it up quickly. He's been watched closely, and then a massive hit there. But still Portugal with ball possession. And here comes Portugal. Good stuff there by the front man, Francisco Fernandes. And now it's the back line of Portugal on the move. Good defense by Namibia, who secures the ball, but referee Jacobs have blown.
Yeah, sandwiched in the defense there. The referee runs back to the near side all the way once again. It's another penalty. Portugal showing their ascendancy in the scrum once again. Some nerves, but also smiles among the spectators. And this time, they're going to clear the ball to play from the line out. Kicking with the wind.
Domingos Cabral.
Yeah, and seems Cabral was not very happy. Thought he could have done better. Namibia ready to play from the line out. And not happy with something there.
Yeah, Danny, we're heading to the 50th minute. And there comes the throw-in in this line out. Possession with Portugal. Portugal on the attack, a switch in play there. Beautifully done by the Portuguese, turning on the flare here. And here comes Portugal.
Yeah, they ran to the touch line. Now they straighten it out. A dummy there. That's the dangerous number 7, Martins. Camacho picks up down the line again, quickly through the hands, and a bit of space on the outside. They keep it straight. Play a quick ruck. And the winger, is he going to get away? Is he going to get away? Here's Dos Santos. Jose Dos Santos runs underneath the uprights for an easy conversion to follow. Portugal, Portugal.
Yeah, that's the chant echoing here on Hagi Geinkop Stadium. Portugal treating their fans to a worthwhile display here. Right winger Jose Pavia dos Santos crashing over for this one. I think it was in the 50th minute.
Just slipping away from the defense. Another shot here. That's the replay. Looking at it from the drone. And I think it's Gurion Majid at the back there asking some questions. No questions by the referee. It's right time for Portugal. And a quick conversion by Domingos Cabral. And Namibia have to keep in touch now on the scoreboard. 24-16, the 52nd minute.
Yeah, and quite a gap for the Portuguese now against the Namibians. The fans are looking forward to this one. There's still a lot to play for. There is still a lot to play for. Hoisted high upfield by Namibia, secured by Portugal. And here comes the Portuguese.
That guy will be able to tell his mom, friends and family I was on the screen during this live broadcast. Portugal penalized for coming over the ball. A bit of a shake of the head by Locke Ruan Ludik.
Good stuff by Albert Norkia for Namibia.
He's always been a good stealer of the ball, very quick at the breakdown points. Wilbert Norkia, currently playing locally for Windhoek Wanderers. 22 tests And I would like to repeat 6 tries
Yes.
for the Namibian hooker. This is his 23rd test. Tiaan Swanepoel aiming again towards the uprights with this penalty. It will make Namibia score 19 points. He's been successful with all his kicks. The Portuguese flyer, I've missed one, and Tiaan Swanepoel, he keeps a clean slate with his kicking. 3 points added to Namibia on the scoreboard.
And he's keeping Namibia within reach of that 24. Danny. Look at that. Strikes it good with the right foot, and it's between the post and the flex comes up. Once again, wasn't such a difficult one, but still, yeah, 4 out of 4, I think, for Swanepoel. Adding another penalty to his tally, and play have resumed. 19 points for Namibia, 24 for Portugal in the 53rd minute of this test match at Hage Geingob Stadium.
The ball is out on the far side. Open stands at the Hage Geingob Stadium. Yes. Nerves there, you see it. You see there, let's go Namibia. And this time it's again a penalty for Portugal. Domingos Cabral missed that one penalty. Apart from that, every time successful. That previous kick by Tiaan Swanepoel was almost exactly in the center through the uprights.
And I must say, it's as if Portugal have managed to keep the scoreboard ticking.
Now Portugal, can they pull back that 3 points difference? Yes, they can. Yes, they can.
27 for Portugal, 19 for Namibia. And the clock keeps on ticking.
This Namibian side, sponsored by the main sponsor, Windhoek Beer, one of Namibia's most well-known exports. And the Portuguese enjoying that beverage as well in the stands. Tiaan Swanepoel ready to restart. And the ball is in play. A high kick, a bounce, and the assistant says it fell in play.
Nice kick.
And that bounce was in play. The Namibians putting pressure on Portugal right after that successful penalty by the visitors here in Windhoek.
What can Namibia do here? What can Namibia do here? It is a Portugal line out.
Shorter line out. Thrown in front for Martins. And then they decide to run with the ball. They run with the ball. The Portuguese.
Clearing kick.
They clear the ball. And that tackle coming in a tiny bit late. It's Domingos Cabral complaining to the referee. But it was in the momentum of the tackle. He sees no fault.
Yeah, some worried fans or spectators, you can see. Can Namibia hit back? Can Namibia come back? A line out for Namibia. Let's see what happens. Put in front, right at the front. Ball secured by Namibia.
Tron plays to Kashieko. It's quickly brought out again. They're making the gain line. Ruan Ludik maybe winning a meter. Tron goes to the fly off Swanepoel. JC Nell almost finding the gap. The Namibians keeping it alive. Kashieko once again is doing good with his drives. Tron pulls away from the defender, then places it himself. Brought quickly through the hands. Swanepoel. There's a touch by Portugal. Was that played forward? Definitely not intentional.
Yeah, just a glimmer of hope for the Namibians. And good build-up there by the Namibians. Good hands, good control. And yeah,
I think that's the most phases they were able to string together. And there's the touch by Portugal, which ended that sortie by the Namibians. It's another penalty right underneath the uprights. And Tiaan Swanepoel will add, most probably, there's another 3 points
yeah,
for the home side.
the tea has arrived. I think the tea has been called for. Yeah, the tea has actually arrived. The kicking tea, that is.
And
Let's
that
see.
will make it 22 points to 27.
And it's Namibia trying to stay within striking distance of the Portuguese.
It's not ideal to play the catch-up game. Again, no mistake by the Namibian fly-half, Tiaan Swanepoel. In only his 6th test for his country. So he's a young player, a lot of prospect. There's a slow motion replay.
Nicely packed stadium. Here we have the Portuguese supporters and play resume. It is Domingos Cabral that gets play underway. Ball secured by the Namibians. Can the Namibians add some more points? Ball picked up by scrum half Tron, hoisted, and it looked as if he managed to push the Portuguese back.
It's out on the full. It's out on the full. They have to run back. 27 plays, 22. And still 20 minutes to go. We're heading into the last quarter of this extremely important test for Namibia, even more so than for Portugal. But for Portugal, Otis, I think it's a nice practice run. They're heading to South Africa after this, playing the Springboks in a test next week. Nortje does well again, steals the ball for Namibia. Quick pick up there by Diergaard. Tron on his post, and it goes through the hand again. It's JC now trying to find space. Tron again, another phase. The Namibians looking good again. Looking good again, goes through the hands of Swanepoel, Diergaard in the back line. Then they come to the near side, switching direction. JC Nell again in the back line. Adrian Boysen with that final pass. That final pass, unfortunately, going astray.
Yeah,
That
one of the
spectator
fans.
not very happy.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's the calls. It's the calls. And yes, his friend is talking to him. Let's calm down. Let's calm
27.
down. We'll have to be calm on the field as well.
27 for Portugal, 22 for Namibia. 1 hour gone in this match, Danny.
We need a try for Namibia to draw even. A conversion will put the Namibians ahead, as well as 2 conversions. That's a scrum on a nice high angle. Portugal so far the stronger team. Cody Thomas, he's on the loose head as replacement now. Also Vasco Baptista in at number 8, the Portuguese. This time deciding to kick in the attack. We haven't seen that a lot. But they're playing now also for the territory time is starting to run out, Otis, so they will like to just keep the pressure on Namibia and keep the home team back as far as
Danny.
they can.
Yeah, but some good showing by the Namibians. Still keeping the composure at this stage of the fight. Nortje gets ready to put the ball in for this line out. He puts it into the safe hands of Johan Retief, the lock, and then the kick upfield. It is a good one.
Swanepoel clears it. I think the pack for Namibia is still unchanged. Number 1 to 8. And the final 7 minutes. Here we see number 18 now for Namibia, Shemigan Bekus.
Knocked.
He's come on.
Yeah, the ball was knocked there. And it's Namibia that comes away with ball possession. Let's see what they can do. Congratulations abound there amongst the Namibians. I think it is Fly Aftian Swanepoel is going for touch.
Definitely the decision to go for now. With only 6 minutes to play, but then you can't afford an error like that. It would have been a Namibian line out, and they need that try. Also, for Namibia, there's a Darius Setti in the front row ready to come on, as well as Maipisa Shiriko.
Yeah, and then player number 16 also running out, Armand Kombrink, who's heading into the battle for Namibia. And there is a man that have really did very well up front for Namibia. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Ruan Ludik, well done, a good match. Also, the hooker, Robert Nortje. Armand Kombrink is now on for Namibia. Youngster played Western Province under 20. Namibia under 20. Plays for Maties, University of Stellenbosch. Namibia ranks high, but they still lose the line out. Cabral, fly off. Again looking up the support to his right. Quickly through the hands now. Pedro Lucas. The replacement scrum half. They're coming to the near side. They're not going to be able to catch him. It's Manuel Cardoso Pinto. Another try for Portugal. And yes, that might break hearts here in Windhoek. But it's not over until it's over. Let's take a look at that again.
Yes, look at that build up by Portugal. Drawing out Namibia, catching the defense off guard, and then making use of the gap and touching down underneath the post by the fullback, Manuel Cardoso Pinto. And the gap is being widened at the top.
Namibia's defense scored a bit flat-footed there. That made a huge difference. Another replay. And there you see Pinto showing the ball, dummying a bit. No problem with his speed. And he's congratulated by his teammates.
Easy conversion.
Yes, easy 2 points to be added now. And the Namibians, they head back to the halfway line. There's Robert Nortje on the right. And here's Pieter Diergaard to his left. Both worked very hard.
14 minutes to play. And it is Swanepoel getting play underway for Namibia. It's hoisted high upfield. Portugal fly half replying in kind. And now it's Namibia going to work from right within their own half of play.
No stoppage time yet in the second half. Namibia has to keep the ball in hand now. Tron goes through the hands there for Namibia. JC Nel caught in time by the Portuguese defense. We're back with Tron. Namibia into the ruck, and then they bring it out again. Altino Isaacs on the center. Had a good match as well. Jacques Tron, he gets the support there. It's quickly out by Seti. Another ruck, Seti at the back. But Tron is there now into the support. Sheriko driving with the ball. Namibia still ball in hand. Dankuberger, captain, puts it back to defenders. The Namibians sticking to support in the back line. They need that try now as soon as possible. And yeah, unlucky there. Kajiyeko couldn't get away originally. But they keep it in play. Tron there now. They're smelling the touchline.
Seti carrying it well for Namibia. And the pressure is being piled on here in Portugal. Can they withstand this Namibian side coming at them? Strong carry there by Max Katsichio, the try scorer for Namibia in the first half. Now the ball is swinged wide, but the Portugal defense is hanging on. They're hanging on, Namibia, but the whistle is gone.
Yes, Kashieko there with a good run. The number 7 in his 25th test for Namibia. There's the Namibian substitute, Suruan Ludik, the big lock. And now there's stoppage time, an injury.
Good work by the replacements. Seti coming on there. Yeah, if made impact since his arrival. Could carry a couple of yards up front for Namibia. That's what we want to see.
Only a couple of minutes, though, that he's been on the field. Alistair Kutsia, the coach, he's been ringing the changes, but only in this last 5 minutes of the match. Yes, Namibians known for our smiles and our friendliness. The Namibian flag on display there. So a bit of a breather for both teams.
Yes, the pace has been phenomenal. It has been quite hectic. Portugal coming out blazing here in the second half, but Namibia being caught flat-footed, as you've pointed out on that occasion by the fullback who took the Namibian defense on his own and managed to subdue them for another try on behalf of Portugal.
Yeah, still 10 minutes left to play. Still 10 minutes. There's a replay of that try. It was almost caught there, the fullback. Pinto, not to be though. He finishes it off.
Yeah, Danny, it's like if something must happen for Namibia, now is the time. Now is the time, and then, yeah, we need to take the lead.
They had a good first 10 minutes of this half, and they need a good final 10 minutes in this match. Still enough time for the Namibians. My own watch went awry a moment ago.
Yes.
We're not yet there. 10 minutes to play. Portugal clears their line very quickly this time. But it's in hand for the Namibians. JC Nel takes 2 men to put him down. Jacques Tron, the runner there, puts the head down low. They bring it out quickly, the Namibians. They want to create the space now. Portugal there, but the player's off his feet. A quick pass there to Kombrink, replacement hooker. Swanepoel, Burger. Altino Isaacs, he's caught with a ball. And there's an advantage now from that knock on. But yes, lovely play from the Namibians. It's that final moments when we need Otis. We just need that rounding off. Yes, they're looking maybe. No, they're not looking at that tackle. I don't think it was a spear tackle.
Yes, Danny, Alcino Isaacs been caught in the fire there. been lifted off his feet with the ball in his possession. All the intention is there for the Namibians, but can they convert it into points? That is what matter. They had been in this game for quite some time now, and they really need to step up and add some points. Otherwise, it's going to be a case of too much too late.
12 points, 2 converted tries will give the Windhoek Beerwelwichers the lead. They've been looking very good. The finishing touches not there always, but Coach Alistair Coetzee, I think he will be happy thus far, at least with preparation for the African playoffs. It's
Yes.
playoffs for the playoffs
Yes.
for the 2027 World Cup.
Yes, qualifiers.
Up next for Namibia. And Alistair Coetzee has made it very clear that what we are preparing for in Namibia is another World Cup in 2027. And Otis, yes, I think obviously he would like some victories on the road there.
Yes, definitely,
But
Danny.
that remains the ultimate goal for
Yes,
him in
yes.
this follow-up contract with Namibia Rugby.
Yes, Danny, we are still searching for our first ever win on the World Cup stage, and I would not want to see us now missing out on qualifying for the World Cup.
It's been close a couple of times, and another strong scrum by Portugal. Again, penalty advantage shown by referee AJ Jacobs.
Good stuff there by Pieter Diergaard.
The
For
Namibians,
Namibia.
yes, they stood up in the scrum under the pressure. And it's Domingos Cabral again with the ball.
He's going for touch.
Playing with the wind. He tries to get the maximum distance, but he doesn't get to the line. Capture that moment. Yes, capture that moment.
And we're back with play, live play. Namibia on the attack. The kick for the touchline by the fly half, Tian Swanepoel.
Now it's out on the full by Namibia. Once again, they've struggled with that a couple of times. So they have to run back. The forwards don't like that.
Good
They
kicking.
never like that.
Yeah. So kick have cost us on this occasion. We're getting ready for a line out, I think. Yeah.
On the 22-meter line. Namibia on defense now. And they must throw everything into this defense now.
To prevent Portugal from adding more points onto their scoreboard. Yeah.
That's often difficult at this level. You have to rush up,
Yes.
but if you rush up too fast, the gap can still come. There's a replacement now for Namibia having to come on.
And we are ready for this line out.
So it's in the front row. Jason Bernardi having to come back on. I think it was Shemigan Bekers. Had to come off. Thrown in front in the line out. Portugal. Good control of the ball. Appleton, the captain, carrying there. A bit high by the Namibians, but still within the law. Lucas, just the show of the ball by Appleton.
The whistle is gone.
The captain, Thomas Appleton in his 72nd test today for Portugal.
It's a replacement there with the ball in hand, Danny. Pedro Lucas, also a Rugby World Cup player for Portugal, who came on as a replacement.
And it's referee AJ Jacobs indicating that the Portuguese will try to stretch that lead a bit further. That will give them 37 points. It's now Manuel Varero on the pitch for Portugal. That's after fly-off. Domingos Cabral was very successful with his kicks for the visitors to Windhoek here in Namibia. Varero shouldn't have a problem with this. Turns immediately and the flag's up. So yet another 3 points in the chase for Namibia.
Yes, Danny, 37 for Portugal and 22 for Namibia. It is still in reach. They will have to hit back now. It's now or never. If they still want to turn this one around. They've been trying very hard, but Portugal is not making it easy for them. So let's see what this final couple of minutes can deliver.
It's a big ask now for Namibia, but anything is possible and everything is possible. Portugal getting the ball from the kickoff. Again, look at how quickly they just put it through the hands. It's number 19, Pinheiro, carrying Lucas at the back of the rack. They're driving now, those substitutes, fresh legs on the field for Portugal. Number 12, the captain, Thomas Appleton, he's still on the field, and it's stolen by Namibia. Let's see what they can do. Let's see what they can do. Diakas carrying there. It's quickly there for Brewer, and then things go astray once more. And
yeah, unfortunately.
we've seen so many moments in this match where it's just that one pass that makes a difference.
Yes, definitely, Danny, and it is costing us. It is costing us. Line out for Portugal. Here comes Portugal deep within their own half of play. Portugal goes to ground. Ball is secured by the replacement.
With the finishing, Namibia could easily have scored another couple of tries. It's cleared by Portugal on the 22-meter line now. This line out. The Namibians with a throw-in, they would really love to close that gap. It's a matter of pride as well. The referee stops time. He has stopped the time now for an injury. The Namibian player getting attention there from the medics. The clock stopped. And it's now the final minute or so of this match. It's been a lovely match of rugby. I'm sure everyone enjoyed it. There's Portuguese fans waving to the cameras as well. As I've just said, it's been a lovely spectacle.
Yeah, indeed. Couple of tries, that's what we want as spectators, Danny. It's a tightly contested duel. Namibia stood their ground for quite a while. And then things started slipping in late in the second half.
It's been a long time for Namibia. hosting the Portuguese, first time since the 21st of April 1990. Here's some of the highlights again. We're back with play. I believe. Support is there from the Namibians. AJ Kearns, the UNAM player, has come on, but they chased back again by the referee. Those mistakes costing them dearly. Not tapped on the correct spot. They decide to rather play and kick towards the line.
Yeah, change in mind there. And we'll have a line out. Official time is gone, Danny. We are now already a couple of seconds into
I think
extra time.
We might see another minute or two. Referee AJ Jacobs, he has that final call, throw in by Vicente. Going down the back line once again for Portugal. Two wingers, Marta still there. The pickup behind the ruck, showing the ball a bit there. Pinheiro,
Yes.
the substitute. Lucas now is calling his players forward. He wants the support there. They will want to keep possession now for this final minutes, final seconds of this match, most probably. The Namibians, they rush up in defense, fighting to the end. Quick pickup once again. They push it to the back of the ruck. Penalty for Portugal. Stay tuned. We'll be live for 10 minutes still after the game for interviews and the like. And they just kick it out. That is it. That is the final score here in Windhoek, Namibia. Portugal, the 37-22 for the Namibians. And there's the celebration. The Portuguese fans waving their flags in the Namibian capital. Also their home. Namibia, a good performance at times. The finishing touches was the big difference here. And a lot of people will be heading home now to see the kickoff between South Africa and Ireland. The second test man of the match is the Namibian fly-half, Tiaan Swanepoel. A good day with the kicking tee for him. As we look at this shot high up from our drone of the Agi Geingob Stadium. And it was a good match. Otis, yes, the finishing touches made a huge difference. I think the Namibians look actually good in terms of their fitness and conditioning, for if you take the time into consideration that they had to prepare.
Yes, Danny, I think 2 weeks after the Blue Bulls game, and I think they gave a good account of themselves, better on the ball this time.
Meet Christine, an office snacker with a craving for treats, but a budget to stick to. Fortunately, the Synergy chatbot has her covered. With just a few taps, Christine can find the latest specials on snacks, satisfying her cravings without breaking the bank. And then there's Brian, who's out on a date with the most beautiful girl in Winter. But even romance can't distract Brian from his love of sports updates. Luckily, the Synergy chatbot keeps him in the loop so he can stay connected while enjoying his evening. Finally, there's Henriette, who loves to stay informed with the latest news. Unlike other boomers, Henriette knows that she can conveniently access daily newspapers via the Synergy chatbot. Whether it's snacks, sports, or news, the Synergy chatbot has something for everyone. can find the latest specials on snacks, satisfying her cravings without breaking the bank. And then there's Brian, who's out on a date with the most beautiful girl in Winter. But even romance can't distract Brian from his love of sports updates. Luckily, the Synergy chatbot keeps him in the loop so he can stay connected while enjoying his evening. Finally, there's Henriette, who loves to stay informed with the latest news. Unlike other boomers, Henriette knows that she can conveniently access daily newspapers via the Synergy chatbot. Whether it's snacks, sports, or news, the Synergy chatbot has something for everyone. You can find the latest specials on snacks, satisfying her cravings without breaking the bank. And then there's Brian, who's out on a date with the most beautiful girl in Winter. But even romance can't distract Brian from his love of sports updates. Luckily, the Synergy chatbot keeps him in the loop so he can stay connected while enjoying his evening. Finally, there's Henriette, who loves to stay informed with the latest news. Unlike other boomers, Henriette knows that she can conveniently access daily.
Ja, so die Namibiese span dan binnekort op pad Uganda toe vir deelname daar aan die Afrika beker toernooi. So ons sal op die uitkyk wees vir afrigter Alistair Coetzee se aankondiging van wie hy daar gaan saamvat vir daar op daai toer. So 'n bietjie die ander Afrika spanne deur te kyk hoe ons vaar teen hulle.
Ja, Andrew, ek dink dit gaan 'n
So Tiaan Swanepoel.
We are joined by the player of the match, Tiaan Swanepoel. Mooi, wel gedaan, mooi gespeel. Skoppe was on point. Result is nie wat ons miskien gesoek het nie, maar sê net vir ons, hoe was die wedstryd vir jou en hoe voel jy oor die span se result vandag?
Ja nee, obviously vandag het ons goed gespeel. Ons kon 'n bietjie meer die bal gehou het, bietjie meer patience gewees het dan wat ons het gevoel ons het hulle gehad. Dink ons ek weet dis 'n bietjie moeg hier op die hoofveld, maar jy kon sien nou altyd span 'n bietjie moeg geraak, maar ons het goed die bal gehou en weet ons het baie beter perform as die vorige week.
Soos jy sê, beter gespeel as die vorige week, maar as ons kyk aan goeie punte om weg te vat van die wedstryd af. Ek glo jy kan definitief sê daar is 'n paar goeie punte wat jy kan saamvat back to the drawing board.
Ja nee, kyk ons het goed in ons struktuur gebly. Ons het regtig van hierdie week het ons baie gefokus op detail. Ons het gesê, weet ons moet die eerste punch gooi, ons het die eerste punch gegooi en jy weet ons moet nou net dit vorentoe vat.
Okay. Kaptein was 'n deel van die span nie, I mean injury blow vir julle, maar as ons moet kyk, soos jy sê, based aan wat ons gesien het op die vlak, wat voel jy kon die span bietjie beter gedoen het?
Ja, kyk, obviously ons het 2 beserings gehad hierdie week, so dit was belangrike posisies ook, kaptein en slot. Jy weet ons kan dit regtig vorentoe vat want die ouens wat ingeklim het of in hulle plek ingekom het, hulle het regtig gewys wat hulle kan doen.
Okay. Die geleentheid voor ek wil laat gaan, die geleentheid om voor die home fans te speel in 'n internasionale wedstryd is 'n tydjie wat ons dit gehad het by die huis. Hoe voel dit om deel van dit te wees?
Ja, obviously dis 'n massive vibe hier so. Jy weet die ondersteuners hier so is amazing. Jy weet hulle maak nie saak hoe lyk die score, hulle sal ons altyd nog ondersteun.
Lovely. Geluk met die man of the match.
Ag baie dankie.
Okay, well, guys, there you have it from Tiaan Swanepoel, awarded the Man of the Match Awards, courtesy to Pupkowitz Nissan, of course. Well, guys, that's all that we do have for you. Wonderful game of rugby at Thaga Gingop Stadium. From me, Brian Munango, it is. Adios.
Portugal, hulle nasionale span, Os Lobos, noem hulle Os Lobos. En ja, Portugees weet ek nie wat dit sal beteken nie, maar ja, dis soos hulle bekend staan. Hulle maak reg vir volgende naweek speel hulle teen 'n heel groot ou boet van alle rugby hier op ons kontinent natuurlik. En op hierdie stadium in die wêreld is dit Suid-Afrika gaan hulle aanvat daar in Portugal. Portugal gaan hulle aanvat in Bloemfontein, daar in die bakkermat van die Afrikaanse bastion wil ek amper sê nog in die Vrystaat. Nie baie ligter veld is 'n sagter veld as die Haggie Geingob rugby stadion in elk geval nie. Ja, dis die verhaal, ek het vir my vir nou hier, as ons net weer kyk daar, Jan Swanepoel, kom ons kyk daar die hoogtepunte bietjie. Jan Swanepoel, sy eerste strafskop, as 'n ver ene gewees, dis so 3 of wat in sy eie halfgebied gewees, wat hy daarin oorgeklits het, hy het 'n voltal geskop vandag, 5 uit 5. 5 uit 5, en die verdoelskop natuurlik, tweede ene, dit was gewees om van Namibia 6-0 te laat voorloop in hierdie wedstryd. Maak hy weer 'n fout nie, tussen die pale deur. Skitterend daar, net so 'n bietjie vinnig daar, onder andere Wikus Jacobs wat daar sit. In plaasvangers, hierso kom Portugal die opbou na hulle 3-2. Hulle eerste 3-2, hulle het laat voorloop. Voet aangee daar. Gideon Majid, hy kon nie baie daar doen nie. Glad nie baie daar doen nie, en dis Marta, die linkervleuel wat daar oorgeval het vir die eerste 3 dae. Dis Cabral, hy het nie baie foute gemaak vandag nie. Hy het nie 'n voltal geskop, weliswaar nie. Kan nie spog met 'n voltal nie. Kom ons kyk hier die mooi beweging. Is daar tussen JC Nel, Lloyd Jacobs, ongelukkig die binne aangee wat daar onderskep was. Maar toe kom hierdie ene, net die volgende beweging daar. Kyk daar, baie mooi samespel. Daar gewees tussen JC Nel, Lloyd Jacobs en Max Kajicheko. En hy druk die 3, Max Kajicheko. Die enigste 3 van Namibia wat gedruk is Max Kajicheko wat hom gedruk het daar. Baie mooi samespel daar gewees daar. En soos altyd, Jan Swanepoel, hy het nie 'n fout gemaak met hierdie ene nie. Hy klits hom tussen die pale deur. Vir hom 'n voltal gegee het. Cabral, 'n strafskop. Die telling weer te maak, 10-9. Kyk hier die mooi stukkie beweging wat weer hier was. Lloyd Jacobs, ongelukkig sy spoed opgeraak daar. En JC Nel was daar in die hand, maar ongelukkig lyk dit van Lloyd Jacobs toe hy teruggeval het daar. Hy het die bal aangeslaan, ongelukkig. Hulle het daar die vraag gevra vir die lynregter ook, vir die assistenskeieregter, maar nie. Kom Portugal, baie gevaarlik geweest met bal in hand daar. Marta weer hier in die ding geweest daar. Kyk net daar. Hulle skop die bal daar uit en hulle die lyn staan gekry, ek weet nie wat daar fout was nie. Maar evenwel van daar die lyn staan af was daar 'n 3 geweest. Onder die pale, en Lloyd Jacobs sê geen fout nie. Ja, die halftyd was daar 'n bietjie vermaak geweest. As die halftyd telling geweest, 17-13, Namibia nog baie in hierdie wedstryd geweest, 17-13, net 4 punte verskil geweest op daardie stadium. Is in die pale deur. In die eerste helfte sit Portugal. Kom hulle weer met hom, Portugal. Hulle daai, as hulle sterk regtervleuel geweest daardie. Maak jy fout nie, hulle druk die 3 onder die pale, draf hom, hulle gedruk hom onder die pale. Gelukkige kritieke oomblikke, Namibia het hulle punte afgestaan in hierdie wedstryd. Cabral, voor die pale was hy redelik akkuraat geweest, daar was 1 skop, strafskop wat hy nie kon oorskop nie, dink ek amper. Ek weet nie of het 1 of 2 was dalk nie. Jan Swanepoel, meneer betroubaar, hy mis nie daarvan af van reg voor die pale af nie. Eerlik gewees. Jan Swanepoel net weer daar kyk, dalk net uit 'n ander hoek uit, selfe ene. Goeie wedstryd gewees, oorgeset syne maksak wat ons wil sê en hoe ons dit wil sê nie. Portugese, hulle het dit baie geniet in elk geval. Maar in die agtergrond hoor ons die skare daar op die aan Durban natuurlik, Jan Swanepoel. Hy het hulle enige plek op die veld gestel en hy het hulle net eenvoudig oorgeklits.
The captain, Danko Burger, there with the ball in hand. It was Altino Isaacs. Almost looked like a spear tackle. There's the conversion for Portugal. Manuel Ferreiro ran back there. As some final scenes from the Hage Geingob Stadium in Windhoek. Otis, one word.
Well done, Namibia. Congratulations, Portugal.
Great rugby. Thank you, everyone. Check out oneup2.com for a lot more.